Level 2, cycle 4, blue stripe. For this stripe, we're going to be covering a front leg side kick, which will be used in sparring and applied situations. Looks like this. Or from this different angle. All right, so let's break this down. Again, now that we're in this level 2 class, we are doing sparring when we're doing these techniques. We learned this front leg side kick back in level 1, but now we're just adding on a couple things to it to make it more applicable for when we're working with a partner, when we have our gear on, we're sparring. So the first thing is when we're in that ready stance, we're always gonna be doing these from a bouncing position. But just for right now, I'm gonna slow it down so that you can see all the steps. The first step I do is I take that back leg, I slide it in or go heel to heel. And that gets me ready for this chamber position with my front leg. So the front foot is going to go into a chamber. Now, when I'm in a chamber position, I want my knee as close to my stomach as possible. I want the bottom of my foot facing out away from me. So the cue we always use is if you're writing your name on the bottom of your foot, when I pick my foot up, my partner who's looking at it should be able to see the whole name written on the bottom of my foot. So I don't want my foot down here. So keeping the knee close to my stomach, foot is as high as my knee, keep it all about hip level. So again, I have heel to heel, I'm getting to that chamber position. Now what we're gonna add on here for sparring is a skip. So I'm using the standing foot and I'm gonna skip forward. So if you're my attacker, when I go heel to heel, get my foot up, I'm skipping closer towards you. That way I help close the distance a little bit to then throw the kick. Throwing the side kick out by just like I'm pushing a button with the bottom of my foot, and then I recoil it back into that chamber position, put it down, and I can reset back into my ready stance. So again, from here, heel to heel, chamber, skip, kick, recoil, and down. Now this is a body level kick, so it's gonna be pretty flat every time that you're throwing this kick. So what it looks like on a partner here. So if we're in a ready stance this way, ideally I'm always wanting to go above the belt. So this is kind of my zone right here of where I'm going to be kicking. I have my heel to heel, my chamber. Now if I just kick from here, I might be a little short distance wise. That's where that skip comes into play. So I get that little bit of skip just so that I can make the contact here. Recoil it back and then I can reset. When I'm doing this, I'm going to do it from a bouncing position this way, heel to heel, add that skip, kick, and then reset. It's really important that you pick up your leg first before the skip in order to make that distance close. All right, let's take another look. Front leg side kick, ready, and 1, 2, 3, switch, 1, 2, 3, with a partner, ready, and 1, 2, 3, attention, bow.